I won't SBR Sportsbook. My name is Peter Loshak. His name is Mike Brenner. We are the Odds Couple. We come to you at sportsbookreview.com. This is the NBA Odds Couple show for Wednesday, March 1st. And Mike Brenner, the subtitle for this show is going to be bad beats and how to deal with them in the NBA because both Mike Brenner and I had sick bad beats yesterday. I'll tell you about first we'll get into the one you had one because Kevin Durant was injured in the first minute. We're going to get into that in a second and we'll analyze it. And my bad beat. Did you see what happened?
No.
All right, so my big pick, I said it in the morning show. I was like, guys, I got a team total that I'm really liking, right?
Yeah.
It was the Detroit team total. I gave it at under 109.5, right? First half, they score 44 points.
You're looking like a champ.
So I'm looking like a champ. You got a 65-point cushion. They come out on fire in the second half, and they do wind up scoring 65 points in the second half, which is okay because it would still cash unless it goes to overtime, which it did.
And they win in overtime, too, yeah.
That's okay.
That's a bad pick.
I look back on it and I say I still made the right pick. And then you, Mike Brenner, you had the Golden State Warriors looking like that might have been a good spot for them to cover a relatively small number. Kevin Durant gets injured. I believe it was the second minute actually, not the first minute.
It was 2 minutes. 1 minute.
2 minutes, right?
Going into 2 minutes, he gets hurt. And Pete, I would take that bet again if he was healthy. He was focused. He said he was ready for that game.
And it was tied late anyway. They almost won it anyway.
Exactly.
They almost welcome to betting and handicapping the NBA. Things like that do happen.
And then also I had Utah minus the 1.5. They finally get the lead. They're up by 4 with less than a minute left. I thought, okay, boom. They end up freaking losing also. So it's okay. You move forward. Nothing you can do about it.
So before we get into the card today, we'll quickly touch on Kevin Durant. Obviously, this couldn't come at a worse time for Golden State, right? They're in the midst of this gauntlet of games, a lot of which are on the road. That the coach has complained about.
Yeah,
their futures odds, they did take a tiny hit, but not a huge hit.
I saw that.
They're still, I checked, the Heritage are still minus 150 to win the national championship. They're still about minus 300 to win the West. So they were, at the All-Star break, they were like minus 350 or so. So just a very, very, very small hit.
Really changing. But what I'm interested in is, because I'm here in 4 to 6 weeks, we don't know, is how those lines are going to adjust. They're playing a bunch of teams. All right. They got 5 of the next 6 on the road: Chicago, New York, Atlanta, Minnesota, San Antonio. And then they're home for Philly, Orlando, and Milwaukee. I'm anxious to see how those lines, which probably would be a little inflated, deflated, whatever you'll call it. I got a feeling that those. I mean,
the market is going to adjust with Durant out. You could make the argument that maybe they'd be a better fade with Durant in, but
you know who else is going to adjust with him out? The Golden State Warriors are going to adjust with him out. They do this well, and Curry and Thompson will just kind of be back to the free fall that they had. I think this team literally catches on pretty quick.
Yeah. And they've already clinched their playoff spot, so they might just
Earliest
be like,
in history of the NBA.
You know what, guys? We clinched our playoff spot. Durant's injured. Let's take a little, not throwing games, but we're not going for double-digit covers on the road.
We got to stay healthy. We can't afford to have anybody else go down. So that's going to be in their minds too.
And let's look at this, like the Monday game at Atlanta, the Friday game at Minnesota. Minnesota's been kind of not doing well ATS, so that means that line might stay a little bit high.
Might be one to grab.
Might be one
Minnesota,
right there, Mike
young,
Brenner.
Picking up confidence.
Minnesota, the Atlanta game on the road. Atlanta can be a tough team, And again, like we said before, just because Durant's out, Golden State is still going to take the best shot of every team they're up against.
Now, here's one I think is interesting on the road. The last one, San Antonio. By this time, I think they will already have kind of found their form again, and I think San Antonio line may be favoring San Antonio. That may be one to jump on Golden State.
Right.
But like you said,
that's
with
what I'm
Minnesota,
saying, the one before it, Minnesota look-ahead spot. All right, Mike Brenner.
Yes.
We will see how all this turns out.
I love this stuff.
I love it too. Let's get into the Alliance now. We got 11 games on the card tonight. There's a few games that I think. Now, despite the fact that the Detroit team total last night was a loser, I still think it was a good pick. I'm seeing a few picks that I think are good here. Let's start off with one that I'm thinking might be good. All right, Mike Brenner, you tell me what you think about it. New York has actually been competitive, right? They're going into Orlando. Orlando's very rested. They've changed. They're going small ball. They're picking up the pace. They had a big win over Atlanta recently. I think that New York's decent performances recently are serving to keep this line a little bit low. I'm thinking Orlando might be a good pick. What do you think?
I think it might be too. And Carmelo Anthony's already said there's no way I'm going to go for we're going to tank for to get a better draft pick. I'm not into that. Porzingis, I'm hearing, is still out.
Right.
And I got a feeling New York might be in for a little bit more. I'm taking Orlando on the first half, baby.
That was a pick you were going to give anyway.
Yeah.
Me too, Mike Brenner. All
right.
right.
I think it's going to be a good one.
I was going to give him first half and full game. Actually, I had one of my classic, my Brenner specials. I was like, give me the phone for the first quarter, the first half, and the full game. Why don't you want to take him on the full game?
Oh, I didn't say I wasn't.
Okay.
I'm going to be using him on a teaser probably.
Okay.
So, just bear with me, Pete. But
I'm taking
definitely first
All right.
half.
I'm taking Orlando first quarter, first half, full game.
Fantastic. What is the best shop line on that first half?
The full game is minus 1.5, and the first half. Let's see. I actually bet it at Pick'em minus 125, but it's we're both gonna have to take minus a half, minus 110.
I love it. I think that's fantastic. I think they'd have gone to small ball, and Frank Vogel likes the direction this team's going. I like it. Buddy.
Excellent. All right. Next game that I'm definitely not.
You know what? Hell with it. I'm jumping in on the full game.
Okay.
I'm jumping in that car.
Right. Okay. I'm also on the first quarter.
Okay.
The next game that I'm definitely not going to pick, but you have a great read on Cleveland in general. Often, although not always, this is a tricky one. They're just a 1-point favorite. Bookmaker actually has them at Pick'em at Boston. LeBron
Boston
is going to be in, right?
Yeah, LeBron's in for sure, from what I hear. But what he really likes, he loves the fact they picked up D. Williams, who contributed a whole bunch the first game. What he said he likes most is his leadership. This is a guy that has ran. I mean, literally, he was the face of 2 different franchises. All right, can't forget that. This is a leader, and LeBron said this role was needed. I'm excited about it. I think, and I just love it. I'm going on the full game
with Cleveland.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think Boston's just Boston, and they're really, really struggling. And
I'm not quite getting it. Boston, look, they have some good games, but they're up and down. They're actually 11 and 18 ATS at home, which they don't have a good home record.
I like it. I think the line is what it is because Cleveland's making the adjustments with their new players. Speaking of which, Bogut might even not play tonight, but might be a Cleveland Cavalier by the end of the day. Best shop line. Pull that trigger.
Well, we can actually give you the bookmaker line, which is Pick'em minus 110.
I'm taking the Pick'em with Cleveland on the full game. I love it, Bubba. I love it.
All right, next game we have to talk about. This is another game that I think I'm liking considerably less than the Orlando pick, but I think I'm liking it anyway. New Orleans is DeMarcus Cousins is out, right?
Yep.
So I'm thinking, and Detroit, of course, Detroit. Coming off that overtime loss.
They screwed you bad on that. My God.
I'm thinking that with DeMarcus Cousins out, they get back to a little bit because, it's a little bit tough when it's like, who's the man, Anthony Davis or DeMarcus Cousins?
Exactly.
Cousins is sitting out. That's why the line's a little bit low. Davis is back for being the man for one
day.
This
is his team.
And I'm thinking that New Orleans might be a good play here. What do you think, Mike
I wouldn't talk you off that ledge. I can't jump on it. Might by the end of the day on my own account. But, I wouldn't talk you off that ledge. I think the line is exactly that because of Cousins.
I'm taking it full game and first half.
Pistol Pete, baby, pulling that trigger.
I was also leaning under on this one. I know New Orleans has been an overtrender. It opened at 209. Now it's down to about. There are still some 209s, 208.5s, 208s. I'm actually leaning towards the Detroit team total
Plus,
under
Detroit's
again.
going to be tired overtime. You don't think if they put 44 in the first half?
Yeah, but then again, New Orleans has been an overtrender in general, so they might put up.
What's the first half? I'm wondering what that might be.
On the total, the first half is a 106. So I'm going to stay off the total. I'm staying off. I'm staying off it. But I am taking New Orleans first half and full game. All right, Mike Brenner. Some other interesting stuff here. Philadelphia once again big underdog, except Miami has been excellent ATS.
That's a lot of points. So is it 9, right?
It's up to 9. We got Dallas and Atlanta. That's an interesting one. What else do you have for us, Mike Brenner?
Well, I'm going to go with Atlanta on the full game versus Dallas. All right, and Atlanta, after coming off a win of 10 points or more, they don't do good ATS wise, but I think that's when they break this trend. Dallas has just been a mess, Pete. I really feel like this team is just squirreling right now. And Atlanta, again, up and down, inconsistent, up and down, inconsistent. I think at home tonight they bring it. I had saw it 5.5.
Yeah,
is that
it's
still
6 now? I don't know about this one, Mike Brenner, because the Dallas got a good win over Miami recently. They've also been playing very low scoring. They've been. I'm not to say this one is going to be low scoring necessarily, but they're playing pretty good defense. They got a nice cover last time.
Tell you what I'm going to do.
I mean, I don't want to talk you off.
No, you're not. You're not. I'm going to do this with confidence.
Right,
I'm going to use them one way.
Okay.
I'm going to use them on the second quarter, and that's it. Second quarter, Atlanta.
Okay.
Second quarter.
All right.
I've been doing good on these
We'll give you the market opener on that one. Second quarter.
Yep.
All right.
Market opener from Pinnacle. Okay. Yep.
Okay, or if I don't know if Pinnacle has a pregame second quarter, so we'll check. Bookmaker, Heritage, Bet Online, they all have those.
Yep, they sure do, buddy.
All right, what else do we have? We have some interesting stuff, right? Minnesota, Utah. Let's talk about Houston and the Clippers. Houston. I had Houston the first half -6, full game -10.
They were up 17 in the second quarter, and I went outside. I thought that's a done deal. I was outside with my girls. I'm not exaggerating. I came back in, and I thought I was seeing shit. 59 to 58.
I went into the bathroom mirror, and I was looking at myself. I was like, you are really fucking good at this. Loshak, you are a fucking professional level handicapper.
Did they say anything back?
I came back in.
59, 58.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, buddy, I was right there with you.
So what happens here?
Unacceptable. I don't know. This is a tough thing.
I don't know.
This is tough. You got a full fully healthy Clipper squad.
Right, Chris Paul's back.
Oh God, and I don't know. Houston though, they're fully healthy as
Yeah,
well.
10
What's
football for
the
me.
total on this?
It's
damn
232 and a half.
thing?
And of course, the
darn
last
it.
time they played went super high scoring.
Yeah.
But you did call Houston. They have to clamp down on defense a little bit.
They have to.
You got a winner with their under on the last one. This is an interesting game, but 10-foot pole for me.
10-foot pole. I'm out. Yeah, absolutely.
All right,
now
Mike
I
Brenner.
will be using it though.
All right,
on a
what else
teaser.
do you have for us, Mike
I got
Brenner?
a 3-team teaser, baby. And I
Okay,
like
what's
it.
that?
I like it. Let's give me Atlanta.
Okay, so we're doing bet online plus 6 points here. Atlanta would be pick 'em.
Okay, I like that a lot. All right,
Okay.
give me Houston.
Okay, that'll put him at plus 7.5.
I like that a lot. I
Okay.
think that'll be a tight game. And the Spurs.
Oh, ooh. And that'll put you at Spurs against Indiana -4.
Yeah, I love it. I think
not
Indiana's
bad.
going to be tired. No, I really like that one. I really like that one a lot, Pete. So, between Orlando first half and full game, Cavaliers full game, and Atlanta second quarter, my 5th pick will be that teaser.
Yeah.
I'm feeling good about it.
All right.
And
Not
nothing you
bad,
can do
Mike
about
Brenner.
a bad beat except get up and bounce back, by
Exactly.
God.
And when you look at bad beats, and the other thing about bad beats is that if you're actually making good bets, you would expect to have more bad beats than you would expect to have lucky wins.
Exactly.
So,
And that's a fine line between
yeah.
the two. I like
that's
that.
something that's a little bit of a silver lining when you have a bad beat.
It's
All right,
March
Mike Brenner.
Madness, too. You
Is
know
that
it's
it for
March
you?
Madness?
Yeah,
That's
I
it
know.
for me,
I know.
buddy.
I know. All right. I guess that's it. We'll definitely be back, though, tomorrow for the Thursday card, maybe with a guest. Not exactly sure, but this is the Odds Couple Show for NBA Wednesday, March 1st.
That's right. And, guys, thanks for all your support. And hashtag AskSBR Odds Couple coming to you, baby.
Research before you bet. Be sure to check out SBR Picks for the best game predictions, breakdowns, and much, much more.